Thanks for taking
Hi.
time out to have this session, this little chat with me. I just wanted to know, let's start to talk about a bit about yourself. If you could tell me, how long you've been in facility management.
All right. Well, thanks very much for this opportunity. Um, Diving straight into things. I mean, I've been in FM for about 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for the last 10 years, I've been in some management positions, starting off with promotions to assistant manager positions that lasted for around 3 years.
Okay.
Um, and then I went up to an operations type management position, and I stayed in that position for around 7 years. And now I'm transitioned across to a more senior international role.
Okay, so if you don't mind sharing with us, can you tell us what is your current role and where you are working?
Okay, so right now my role is senior manager for facility services at Ross University School of Veterinary Medicine in St. Kitts.
Okay, nice. So why did you choose to pursue facility management as a career? Like how did you actually get into it?
Okay, so really, as a young man starting out my professional career just out of high school,
Mhm.
um, I really did not know anything about facilities management. In fact, I pursued a career in hospitality management and food and beverage.
Interesting. Okay.
That was actually my first degree, an associate's degree in food and beverage management.
Mhm.
Um, After I finished that, I had the opportunity to go across to the UK on a working holiday maker visa. During that time, I was able to get a temporary job um, at the NHS in London, National Health Service, in their mail room as a temp worker on a 2-week contract. Um, when the contract was coming to an end, I thought, after interacting with the facilities team there, it was something that I really liked. Um, and I probably jumped through some reporting lines, and I went straight to the head of facilities for the NHS in London. And I asked him, yeah, I asked him if he can extend my contract, and he asked me, well, what else can you do apart from do the mail? So I told them, well, I can assist with doing some asset registers, working with the janitorial team to make sure their KPIs are being met, working with some of the vendors, and I can do basic plant and equipment checks. So he extended my contract, and I stayed on with the NHS for another 10 years. Um, so the 2 weeks developed into that my FM professional career. Um, and during that time, I was able to work through um, some positions and work my way up to a senior FM coordinator and HSC coordinator. It was a condensed role. Um, so the head of the NHS, the not in the facilities department, was a guy called Malcolm Crawford, and we developed a relationship that blossomed into a friendship, and he became my FM mentor, because I think in FM it's important to have mentorship, and yeah, and he guided me to try and achieve some qualifications, which I did, both in health, safety, and environmental um, management. I was also heavily involved with IOSH, right, which is the Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, and I did several qualifications with them.
Okay.
After that, I decided to move back to Trinidad with the intention of contributing to the professional development of FM in the region. Then when I came back to Trinidad, because of the now more American lineage in the Caribbean as it pertains to professional development, I got involved with IFMA, right? And I started doing their qualifications as well.
Okay.
And halfway through there, I now have FMP and working on my CFM.
So I guess it would be kind of safe to say that you kind of fell into facility management while you were in the UK.
Yes, definitely, because at the time there was no real appreciation for facilities management in Trinidad. I can't speak for the region because I didn't know about the region at the time. Now I know that is still in its in a very developmental stage. So much less for 10 years ago.
Can you tell us, what is a typical day like for you as a facility manager?
All right. I'll try to keep it short because it could get quite long. The roles of an FM is quite vast. All right. So I would encourage people who choose the FM career. You need to be an early waker. So you need to be up at 5:30. You need to make sure and feed your brain properly, have a good breakfast, right? You need to make sure that you're professionally presentable to face your client and your colleagues with a smile on your face, even if you're feeling a bit down. And you need to head into the workplace giving 100%. When you get there, I mean, you need to immediately hit the ground running. You need to have a touch base with your team, right? Find out what's going on, what are the priority issues and equipment issues. And you really need to prioritize those critical items and get a brief from your team on what their action plans are. It's important for the FM to walk the facility, right? Get your face out there because you're not a pencil pusher, all right? That's only part of your job. You need to interact with the occupants of the facility, and you need to understand their concerns. That's critical. After you do all of that, you need to make sure that that you are responding to your client concerns. Report upwards any critical issues so that your seniors may know. Act in that leadership position all the time. And you always have to plan to optimize user expectations and always try to make the workplace and the environment a better place. So that's it really in a nutshell without giving specific examples, because as I said, it can get quite long if we try to explain everything that an FM would do in one day.
Definitely. So in terms of persons, students who might be interested or looking at getting into facility management, what characteristics you would say would make a good facility manager?
Okay, so you need to decide if you want to be a service-oriented person, because if you're not a service-oriented person, you're gonna find it difficult. You need to be patient and understanding, and you need to be willing to listen carefully to your client. You need to consider yourself a leader, even if internally you might be struggling with that. You need to seek professional advice, do your reading, do your research, and see what it takes to be that leader in FM. Because an FM leader might be different to a leader in a financial organization, right? It's important for budding FMs to maintain an analytical and process-driven mentality, right? Because you need to be able to carefully analyze situations and not get excited and make knee-jerk reactions. That's critical, because people feed off of your energy. They see you as the workplace leader. They are coming to you for solutions. And when you get excited, they're gonna get double as excited.
So definitely
Right?
somebody who gets flustered easily, you would tell them this is not for them.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say so. You need to be able to control your emotions. Um, and even if you know you're gonna have one of those moments, and we all have those moments, you can't have them out loud, right? You need to find that private time and blow off the steam in that private time, right? And you know, with FM, you need to keep up to date with recent trends and industry practices. You need to want to keep yourself qualified and affiliated with professional institutions, right? And you need to stay ahead of the curve.
What would you say has been your biggest challenge as a facility manager dealing with the current situation as it relates to COVID-19?
Preparing the environment for return to the workplace. It's quite difficult right now managing all the new requirements of COVID-19, right? Where you have to do a deep sanitize of everything, as well as trying to get all your maintenance and service plans of all your equipment done, right? And doing them simultaneously in a very short space of time, because we do have limited work hours during the day, right? So making all those fixes, doing your preventative maintenance, meeting the sanitation requirements of COVID-19 as advised by the CDC, making sure everyone has their PPE and using it properly, maintaining social distancing, because you need to use less people in the same space that you would have had planned. So before, where you would have 4 technicians working in one space, you can only have 2 now in a shorter space of time. And everyone from all the different departments is coming to you for answers. They want you as the facilities manager to give them solutions and to get everything done for them. And you can't say no.
As you know, this year for World Facility Management Day, the theme is celebrating our environment. So as a facility manager, what role do you see us playing in protecting the environment?
FMs play a critical role in the protection of the environment. FMs have to work closely with their health, safety, and environmental department partners, right? Because, you know, we are responsible for all the chemicals and materials that we use in our janitorial products that at some point eventually heads off into the municipal drainage, right? We are responsible for all our HVAC emissions and all our plants equipment. We are responsible for fuel emissions from our power generation equipment, fuel emissions from our vehicles, and we are responsible for preventative maintenance management planning to ensure that our equipment operates optimally. FMs also play a key role in building design, right? To reduce energy, right, in terms of light and power used for the buildings during peak and low points of the day. And it's the FM's responsibility to know how to strike that balance. Also, from a landscaping point of view, to reduce our water use, because water is now a treasured commodity. Well, not only now, but in the past. And I mean, I find it a little bit disheartening when you see sprinkler systems running for half an hour, and you know that that's on utility mains water, and it's just wetting grass, when there are other ways and means of harvesting water for irrigation purposes.
Just to sum this all up, what does
Mhm.
being an FM mean to you? Can you tell me that in 3 words?
3 words: people, place, and environment. People, place, environment.
Okay, interesting. Well, thank you very much. And I hope you have an awesome World FM Day and week as we proceed
Thank you very much.
unprecedented time of dealing with COVID-19 and our facilities.